much in the way of water though, because I want these chilies to be as fully broken down as possible. It's true. Emilio, I get to go not this next month, but in October to go visit my son. I'm super excited about it. I wonder if I could convince him to take me to a beach. I might as well try while I'm out there. Panama City's not far from Tallahassee. I feel like it's very likely that they are hardcore homebodies. 2 hours? Got it. I actually got to fly directly into Tallahassee even, which we weren't sure that that was going to be possible because there's apparently quite a price difference between flying into Jacksonville and flying into Tallahassee. Um, Jacksonville is significantly cheaper, but it's a 2.5 hour drive, which he said he would be willing to do. But are you really? What part of October? I'm gonna be there from like the 12th to the 9th, 18th, 19th, something like that. But I think we have all of the ingredients we need in that now. Let's try blending this up. No joke! Well, if you're anywhere near my area, let me know. You could find out how amazing my son is. Because he's amazing. Are ya? How you feeling about the move? Yeah, neat. What are you gonna study? Ooh, that would murder Dovey. That would murder Dovey. She would die a lot. Nice. I may I may add just a little bit more tomato to this because it is it's it's got a bite. But God, it's good. Gotcha. Yeah. So decent money in it. My problem, Amelia, is that I made very poor decisions. And I got my degree in something that I loved and that fascinated me and made me no money. And then I just ended up in debt. And I had lots of really cool information in my head that helped me like understand the world differently, and I appreciate that. Um, mm, really? I mean, it could be. You don't know. All right. Let's blend this guy up one more time. All right, friend. Yeah. Yeah. This this is spicy enough that breathing it hurts just a little. Oh, but it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. You're very pretty, friend. All right. So now I'm gonna get a jar. So now we have our taco seasoning and our salsa made and our cheesecake made. I'm thinking we pretty likely can get everything done in a decent amount of time tomorrow. Um, so I'm thinking maybe 3.5 hours for stream tomorrow. Um, so what would that have me starting at if I want it done by 7? 3:30? And I think if we do that, if we started at 3:30, we'll still have enough time to kind of horse around and have things go wrong if need be, you know? Okay. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, both having the IT in your back pocket, um, and getting the degree and whatnot, that should do pretty well for you, I would think. I think college is great if you can manage it without putting yourself in massive debt. It bothers me that everybody's like, no, 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 you don't have to worry about it because you can just get loans. And it's like, dude, you have to pay those back. Um, we warn young people so much about things like um, credit cards, but we push for them to go to college no matter what. And that does not make sense to me. Okay. True, true. Well, and that's why the whole credit card thing is like a whole. There are tricks to that to make it to where it can do you well. It takes forethought and self-control, and it's very, very easy to fuck it up. Oh, there's lots of bubbles. Debbie, is that better? Okay. Right. What I used to do, it is, yeah. What I always tried to do, I don't own a credit card now. There was a point in my life where I had the ability to responsibly own and use a credit card. I don't have that kind of stability financially in my life right now. Um, but at that point, what I would do is the expenses that I knew I would have the funds for at the time of the next date. Um, was all that I would be willing to spend. So I would spend it on the credit card, and then as soon as the statement came out, I would pay that credit card off completely. And I was told that that really helps the credit, which I just need as much help as I can get. Um, 'Cause my credit is not good. Yeah, it's a solid way to go. Unfortunately, I had $1,000 limit, right? And so I would spend it basically up to that point. I was in a relationship with someone at the time who had a really nice job, and we had gotten the house that we were in based off of his income and stuff like that. Um, and then he left, and it was just me and the kids. And he left at the time when I normally would have put the money that I had towards the credit card, but it changed everything, and so then I ended up getting in trouble with it anyways. Well, I don't know. Yeah, it does. I um I go back and forth on that one, honestly, Emilio. Sometimes I feel pretty angry at him for the way he handled it all, and sometimes I think, well, I did care a great deal about him, and I want him to be happy. And if being with us wasn't what made him happy, then maybe it was for the best. I just wish that maybe he'd handled it differently. That love makes people think they can deal with things they can't. Yes, it really is. Because it's an emergency, right? And you're like, well, I mean, it's for emergencies. Mhm. Yeah, I just don't even own one at this point. Nice, nice. My brother got trapped in those those things where they do the early cash check thing, and then whenever you get your check, they hit you with all the charges for having pulled it out early and yeah. um pay in advance, check advances. Those check advance services. And once you start with them, like you can't get out cuz you're needing it to pay off the thing you did, and it was pretty bad. Yep. Yep. Thank you. You know what I did not do? And I feel really, really dumb about it now. I did not butter my cheesecake pan. So we're going to hope that when I pull that off of there, it doesn't mess up my cheesecake. So I think what I'm going to do based on that is right. I'm gonna put it in the refrigerator without removing the spring form from it. And then once it's really cold, then we'll remove the spring form because I think it's less likely to rip it that way. You haven't? Okay. I've always buttered it. I always want cheesecake. So, Emilio, um, I was looking at different types of cheesecakes because I have a little bit of a thing about cheesecake. And I was reading about the difference between Mexican cheesecake and the American cheesecakes. And I really, really enjoy the Mexican cheesecakes. They're super nice. Gotcha, gotcha. Um, the it's got a very different texture to it, but it's lovely. hmm And it's really very simple. It's not a difficult cheesecake to make. It's almost a little bit more closely related to a custard. Gotcha. Something like cheesecake was not that was not a food that we would have had really when I was a kid. My mom's version of cheesecake, I'm going to say this and it's going to hurt everybody's soul, okay? I had to do this sugar-free thing for a minute when I was a kid because of health stuff. And so my mom would get me the boxed sugar-free um, Jello cheesecake. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. I mean, if it's all you've ever had, you know. No, our treats were not good. Do you guys even remember Star Crunch? Right. Um, we would get sixlets and Star Crunches because those are some of the cheapest possible candies and snack treats. I don't even know what a Star Crunch is, like honestly, as far as what what that is made out of. I don't think it's food. You didn't get any candy? Terrible. Terrible. I was mean, Emilio, and I had my kids believing for years, years and years. I had them believing that 5 M&Ms was dessert. Oh, it was good times. And then the little bastards started school, and then they came home and they were like, "Wait a minute, my friends get a whole bag of M&Ms," and M's. And I was like, "Shit, fucking friends." Ah. Oh, yeah. Oh no. Ah, gotcha. Oh my god. Wow. Good career choice on that guy's part. Good career choice. Yeah. Good. It's terrible when crazies have the ability to fuck something good up for us for a really long time. You'll take the no candy. Mm. I got very, very fortunate and did not really have much in the way of dental issues most of growing up. Yeah. I was fine up until I had to get my wisdom teeth taken out, and then everything went to absolute hell, and it was really, really bad. Um, but up to that point, I broke some teeth because I'm clumsy and I use my teeth as tools. I was uh my late 30s. Oh no, that's terrible. I waited way too long, Amelia, and that's what made it so bad. Oh, yep, you need to go get it looked at sooner than later, okay? Because I had that. I had a couple that half emerged. Um, and they were pointed in weird directions. And one of them that was only half emerged and laid on its side a little bit, laid down on the nerve in my face. And when I went in I was in so much constant pain. I finally gave up and went to the dentist when I was just in tears. Like I just would cry constantly because it hurt so bad all the time. And I went and saw this not vet, I'm sorry, dentist, and he took a look at it, and he might as well have been a vet. And